All right, BobalosRex here, and it's that time of the week. I'm actually on time this week. Well, for the most part. Let's get my vault. Then we're going to talk about the news and all that good stuff. All right, so what are we getting? Let's see. Ooh, it's not what I want. So we're getting those, which is fine. I kind of expected to get these. All right. Oh, but I didn't spend mine, so I'll be spending those and grabbing those. So we got a lot of weeklies to talk about. So first up, let's grab this. I'm gonna grab the housing week. The housing weekly is always the easiest to do because there's like a million ways to get coupons. So that's the main weekly that I grabbed this week. Now we have a ton of other weeklies this week. So I'll start off down here because I want to talk about this. So ritual sites. So she has a new weekly for you. You can grab it in front of the ritual site or up there at the Lady Dark Glen from the ritual site vendor, etc. Uh, that quest line is just going to get us another bonus roll. All right, which is nice, but not groundbreaking. All right, so 3 more weeks of 2 ritual sites, tier 6. It does get an achievement, so you do want to finish it. But yeah, we're at week 4 of 6 now. And then we got the weekly dungeon is Den of Nalarak, which you can get that done. Follower dungeon, easy peasy for some extra rep. Community engagement, super easy. Just buy an item from a vendor, get the housing weekly done. We got 3 event quests this week. So we got it's time walking because of turbulent timeways. So you can get your heroic raid piece from 5 time walking dungeons, and it's a BFA. All right, it's BFA time walking. So that vendor's up if you need anything from them. We also got the pet battle weeklies up, so you can do PvP pet battles and get your battle stone if you do that. And then it's the delve weekly is also up, so you can grab that and do 5 delves if you're doing delves and all that good stuff. Now we got the PvP weeklies. Sparks of War Val, because Val is up this week. FY, it's Val week 2. So we will get part 2 of that quest line done, which means we have 2 more weeks left, 1 in each world planet, and we will finally complete the meta achievement. So I'm excited for that. So we'll be able to get our Nagtal Mount meta achievement done next week. That's the Val one. So this one, we'll be able to get our Nether Forge Null Frame next week, and then the Void Mancer Star Carver the week after. All right, so I'm excited for that. We got Sparks of War Val, Sparks of War Eversong Woods, Honor Earned in Epic Battlegrounds for that weekly, and then Solo Shuffle is the other PvP weekly. And then what else do we got going on for PvP? The Brawlers Packed House, so you can do that. Is the freaking Conquest boost in? I feel like I don't know how hard it is to gear in PvP, but I don't really do it. Hopefully, all PvPers are having a good time at the end of the season, but I don't know. And then, of course, Mythic Plus, she's got Ascended. All right, I have been doing some keys, but it's just been a lot of repeats. I still got to get this done, and I'm trying to get to 3K at least, so we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. And then there's, like I said, it's time walking BFA. Now, let's head on over to the map here real quick. So we got the world boss up is Lushal and Eversong. The Void Assault is also up in Eversong as well. And like I said, the planet we're going to this week is Val, the Ice World. And yeah, we got some new quest line there if you've been keeping up. And there is another big quest line that started today, the Revelations quest line. You can do that. Grab Hagar's invitation here in the middle of Silvermoon City. Yeah, you can see it there. So Hagar's invitation, and that's the first part of 12.1. So the only real event going on this week is Dark Moon Fair, other than Turbulent Timeways. So Make sure you hit up the Dark Moon Fair if you're looking for those profession skill ups and all that good stuff. Also, the rep bonus. You can take the Dark Moon Fair rep bonus, combine it with the BFA rep bonus from Turbulent Timeways. Because remember, whatever time walking week it is, rep in that expansion is boosted by 50%. So don't forget about that. Which means in the War Within, not in the War Within, in the Last Titan, we'll get the War Within time walking. That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. Would they do it? I'd believe they do it. But yeah, so don't forget about that little bonus there. And we got the Delve bonus too. If you need to finish up your Delver's journey, you know, we got a month left. If you need to finish up your seasonal stuff, get it done now. You want to get your seasonal stuff done now. There is the new endeavor up for housing. Yeah, there's the new endeavor up for housing, which seems to last a very long time. But here's the thing. I'm using my brain here. I think it's going to end on patch day. All right? So, I think this endeavor is set to end on the 11th of next month is what the deal is. And then we'll have a new endeavor. So that's what I think that's about. And, the Myth Track quest. If you've been keeping up with killing the world boss on the planets, right here, you can get your Myth Track piece. And remember, there is catch-up. So you can get on an alt, grab the quest, do a bunch of stuff, do the boss, do the other weeklies, and get the catch-up stuff and get a Myth Track piece on an alt. All right? Just do it on prime. Do it at prime time when everyone's on, and you can knock that stuff out pretty quick. Also, it was week 4 of Sporefall, so you can get your. You should have been able to get your Rotmeyer mount if you've been keeping up. So I got that done. So that's cool. And then speaking of world bosses, I didn't mention it and I should have. In BFA, Molly is up. All right, it's not showing here because I haven't unlocked it yet on this tune. But yeah, Molly is up. Dune Gorger Kraluk. Good luck for that. And in Shadowlands, in the Maw, in the Beast Warrens, when it's not bugged, Shadehounds is up this week. So good luck for that if you're trying for that. That only lasts till Friday. Shadehounds is up till Friday. Molly is up all week. The Twitch drop is ongoing for another week. So if you need to get the Twitch drop, get that done this week. Hopefully I'm streaming later tonight. Hopefully you see me. And yeah, I mentioned the Revelations questline. And that's basically it for everything going on in WoW. But then we got the 12.1 PTR testing ongoing. They're testing Mythic. They're testing Mythic World Boss, and they're testing the Mythic Raid. So expect the big Mythic Raid teams to be talking about that testing. You know, Max has been talking about it, so we'll, you know, if you care about the raid stuff, talk to the big raid, or watch the big raiders' opinions on it to get more of an idea on that. You know, I'm a casual raider. The raid is looking cool to me, I will say that. There's been more class tuning. Again, check your class people for that. And then the Vault of Ulatik with the blues. They've done a lot of tuning for the Vault. You know, Zaralek, Troll Zaralek. And I actually like the look of the tuning. Okay? And they're helping you move around. I wish I would have done more of the testing. But it does look like they've been fixing a lot of it. So that was good. And they're going to be doing more of that on Friday. I'm going to be missing it. I work. Oh, well. But that's cool that they're getting testing done. And hopefully they're responding to it. So that's good. So by the time everyone gets into Troll Zaralek and they should be having a good time with it is ideally what we see there. Because I don't think it's bad. It has some rough edges, though. Then we got Classic. What's going on in Classic? Burning Crusade had a long maintenance, but there wasn't a patch or anything, I guess? So they're still, I guess they're still waiting for whatever the next phase is. I don't think the next phase is here. Otherwise, there would have been a big post about it. So we'll have to see when they get their next phase announcement. But there was a long maintenance. Doesn't that seem weird now that I think about it? That seems very weird. Okay, we'll continue that in a second. But MOP is just chilling in its final phase. Alright. And then we're waiting on some big news. And now I'm like, wait, if there was a random long maintenance, could we be getting something dropped this week? Like an announcement of something? I don't know. We'll have to see. I know there's been leaks and people writing their fanfic WoW Classic Plus. I've seen that. That's been good. You know, I've had mine. My videos on that are very old, actually. So if you want to look at my Classic Plus talks, there's videos on it, but they're a while back. And then we're done with WoW. Let's move over to Hearthstone real quick. Escape from the Violet Hold is here. You know, I would have brought up the news post for it, but I did it last week. You know, so I've got all the news posts about Violet Hold and all that stuff last week. The new events here. The new Tavern Passes here. The new Tavern Brawls, the deck recipes. And the new event is your choice. You pick who you want to get your rewards. So that's cool. Don't forget your free BattleNet pack. And there's Dark Moon Fair Signature Palooza. Basically, you can get the big fancy, which is 3 signatures, legendaries, or what you're most likely to get is one of 6 different set of 2 signature, like spell cards or whatever, like rare cards. So you'll get something for your free pick. But most likely you're not getting the big thing. And I don't usually do the Dark Moon Fairs more than the freebie pick. And there should be another one coming up soon. And the event is lasting for 3 weeks, so that one's going to be ongoing for a while. Diablo Season 14 is ongoing. I haven't had a chance to check it out. There's also the Overwatch crossover ongoing with it having a shop bundle and a reliquary. Speaking of that, Overwatch. Of course, there's new shop bundles. There's this like Spell Weaver or something shop bundle, and it's like, remember, there's no magic in Overwatch. So there's a bunch of skins for that though if you want. And then the Yoasobi X Overwatch is still ongoing, and I learned that that's a band, that's a music group, and you can support the skins. And I guess there was like a whole music video for that with the song, so you can check that out if you're a fan of that. And then the Anima Strike is over, and there is more chapters of the webtoon if you paid. And then I guess older chapters eventually pop up for free. And that's that. That's the news. And yeah, I got my mount this week. I'm big chilling this week, getting all my collectibles done. I still got to do the story quest, but you know I did on the PTR, so I already know what the big revelation is. And yeah, I'm excited for the new patch though. I know everyone wants to talk about this and that, and I'm upset and all this and all that, and I'm kind of I'm having a pretty good time. And I like that I'm hearing the next patch being worked on the PTR, you know, especially with the vault stuff. So yeah, I'm big chillin'. Thank y'all for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.